How I won Miss Debbie speeding ticket. Greetings, family. Well, family, Miss Debbie, I'll just use her first name, came to me very upset, very distraught. She gotten a speeding ticket, a second or third, in a school zone. Normally, family, I wouldn't be excited. I would necessarily take that type of ticket. I try to be on the side of right or moral. It kind of helps me with my passion and argument for the case. And I think that's why I won so many cases because I was on the side of right, or actually believed in them. So, family, I decided to see if I could help Miss Debbie with the case. And this case is very old. Back then, family, it really didn't have all the internet access to information. So here's the book, family, I bought back in, I don't know, family. You got stuff in it, legal stuff. Back in, see when this book was copywritten. 19, and I get which I'll be the case. 96. So family cost about $20. And in this book, family, what it did, it gave me the clue. The clue and how I won Miss Debbie case was through subpoenas. Naturally, family, as I explained before, I do not give legal advice. I do legal research and let the client kind of go from there. So the first thing I did, family, was looked up the case and the statutes. In fact, in most states now, you can get the statutes, constitution, state statutes, court procedures, all of that stuff is available online. And to make research and fight in these cases, if you decide to do them pro se, that means on your own, much easier because you have access at least to the information. So, family, when I read this book, Fighting Your Tickets by Brown, who is Brown? Nolo Press. But anyway, family, uh, they gave me the clue. And the clue was subpoenas. So here's how I did it, family. I subpoenaed the police officer, the traffic officer, I would say. I subpoenaed the gun, the radar gun. I subpoenaed any work orders or updates on the radar gun. I subpoenaed the officer training certificate, if any, on the gun. I subpoenaed the officer instructor on the gun. I think I even subpoenaed the officer immediately supervisor to question him on the experience and training of the officer. But family, here's where I think I really got him. In this book, Fight Your Tickets, I saw where traffic lights and traffic speed are not just arbitrarily, dogmatically, capriciously, love using those words, right? Out of the blue. There has to be justification. And this requires an engineer and architects and all type of people, family, to actually establish a sign or a light. And they have to justify it. And that's why family you see these little black holes in the street sometimes you're running over them, or you actually will see a big computer and it tells how fast you're speeding as you pass by. Another day, I actually saw a traffic cop. I don't think he was giving tickets, but he was just shooting. I think he was just kind of getting the average speed information. And somewhere in the statute, in the law family, in the many states, they have to renew every 5 years in Colorado at the time to justify those lights or stop sign. So I subpoenaed the engineer, or I think I subpoenaed the architects on the signs and the backgrounds and how they just put all of these things up. And family, I'm trying to think who else I subpoenaed. But the key was the subpoena. So, family, as a result, the young prosecutor that they gave to handle this case, because generally it's just routines, people generally just cop out, pay a fine, and go on. But Miss Debbie was in jeopardy of losing her license. So, decided to help her. And he filed a motion to deny my request for these subpoenas, and I requested a hearing on it. So at the hearing, the little prosecutor came in and said, Your Honor, he subpoenaed my this, he subpoenaed that, and he subpoenaed this. And the judge looked at my subpoenas and said, Well, it appears to me that they're relevant. So I cannot, in good faith, deny. So the little prosecutor, I think he might have already had gotten his warning from above from all these people. Hey, I don't want to show up for this. So the little prosecutor smiled and said, Your Honor, we dismiss the case. Debbie ran over and hugged me, and I felt good about that. And on the way out, family, seems like what they always tell me or my client, don't tell nobody else. But family, I'm telling the whole world now. Learn how to fight your case. Study law. It's much easier now because all this information is available online to AI, and the statutes are online. Oh, one other thing, Fab. Attorneys and lawyers, which I have much respect for, because I know how hard it is to, excuse me, for them to get their degrees. Excuse me, families, I close out. I know it's hard for them to get degrees, but I think one of the mistakes that attorneys have made, they overpriced themselves. Miss Debbie had gone to an attorney because she had previous tickets, was in jeopardy of losing her life. They wanted $2,500 with no guarantee. So attorneys, I don't know, now with AI, you might think about making it more accessible to your client. Otherwise, I think you're just going to price yourself out of business, and this technology is going to affect you. I think detrimentally also because people can get this information. But family, we'll close right here with these final words. If you have other legal questions or consumer questions that's been bugging you, I'm still your best answer. Not your only answer, but your best answer. You see my credentials and my resume strolling. I've been doing this for many years. Let's see if I have a remedy, an answer, a solution for you. Also, be careful out there, be vigilant, and enjoy your day.